So
Now, the problem is not these young ones that come. The problem is the foundation itself, which is the organization itself. Is it P-Man or whatever the name of the musical association is? They have not been functioning for a very long time. You know, and I think they came back on board immediately maybe a month before Mohbad died, or immediately after Mohbad died. I think so. I think immediately after Mohbad died, they assigned Sister Ara, that beats drum, as their new governor for Lagos State under their P-Man music. And I was very happy when I heard that, because for years they've not been doing anything productive. And you know, when you have a house that has no rules, everybody will just be doing anyhow. But if you have an organization, it's also affecting the movie industry also. So it's not only just the musical industry. When you have an organization whereby the people that are leading the organizations are not implementing or doing the right thing, then there's going to be a problem. Because if they have an organization, and I will use when we came into the industry and when we were much younger, in those days, you cannot just go and act any movie or just go and say you want to sing. You have to follow protocols. You have to follow rules. So by the time you go and register under this person, they will tell you all the rules and regulations. You will know. You will know. You already instantly have bosses and people that you can always run to if there's a problem. Do you understand? As an Odunfa girl, that time, I was registered under Odunfa. That means when I first got into the English industry, I registered under AGN. I'm a registered AGN member, which is the English industry, right? So when I joined Odunfa, I did the same thing. I got registered under Odunfa Kakos as a student. And then when it was time for me to graduate to become an independent producer or an actor that I can do things my own way and not have to seek permission to go and do certain things, I had to register. When you are doing all these registrations and doing all these things, there are rules and regulations. So you become more experienced. You know your onions because they teach you, they train you, you go through that process. And there are guidelines that you have to follow. So you know, when you produce a movie, there are certain things you have to do. These are the things that you're going to do. These are the things you have to do. You know these things because you're following the institution. And the institution is also there to guide you through. But that no longer exists for a very long time now. I found out that the English industry, they were not functioning for 8 years. So how does these children, how do they learn? Is it me that I'm busy with my life? Somebody will be sending me a message and telling me, Ma, I want to join the music industry. Is it me that will sit down and be advising you? Or is it the musician that is also struggling and trying to find his daily means that will come and be advising you? Let's be real. The institution, the association has to do better. The musical industry have to do better. It's not for them to just come and say, oh, we have started. They have to find a way to curb all these things, put out their rules and regulations, and not just put it out there. They have to enforce it and ensure it. Because the government only recognizes one. So that one that they recognize, they need to just not, it's not by just going there, doing politics and showing that you are supporting and then collecting money. Nah, it's not by just going to Abuja every time and be, no, it's not about collecting money. It's about enforcing it. Enforcing that your institution, building it, getting them together and telling them their rights. Let them, a lot of people, Nigerians don't even know their rights in this country. Because if there's a proper organization, then like Brother Idris said, a lot of all these people that come up and say they are promoters will not just come up and be signing you. Because for you to even come and declare yourself as a promoter, you would have gone through the rules and regulations. They would have screened you. They would have found out what your own musical label is. That's what I'm saying. So it is from the foundation. When the foundation is bad, the house will collapse.
Mm-hmm. You're making sense.
If the foundation is bad, you just carry yourself now, carry millions of money, go and build a house on a swampy place and see whether that house will not sink.
Anybody can just come out and call themselves record label.
If P-Man comes out and you see, yes, when you start, people might first, where were you people before? We don't know you. But when you insist, because the government has given you the power. So what you have to do is raise bodies, like, okay, you people handle this department. You people come here. Oh yeah, come. Handle all the producers department. Like when I was still very active in the industry, we had producers guild. We have a directors guild. We have in fact, we have screenwriters guild. We have makeup guild. We have different guilds. And if you cannot come and say you want to be a writer and not be part of that guild, they will not recognize you. No producer will even give you story to write. Back then. So all these guilds that time, it's to control the industry. But whereby tomorrow now, one ritualist just make one small money now, come and say I'm a musical label, and then flash a big car, a big gas. Obviously, we should also understand that if we're going to talk about this, then we're still going to fall back to our government. What provisions have the government made for our youths? Where's the job opportunity? Where are the student loans that are easily accessible? Not the student loan that is their family and crew member that will be collecting it too. What's the provisions that is made for our young ones? A lot of people are suffering. And these young ones are like, I need to make ends meet. So they're not even thinking of, I love my craft, I want to follow it. It's about making ends meet. So we're in a society whereby our country, whereby they are not looking into things the right way. They're not doing things the right way. So now, let me use an example. A young boy from the hoods, where the mom is struggling to feed and the dad is struggling to feed, and there's no, yes, because you know why? There's nowhere the mom can go to and say, I'm a businesswoman, I need a loan, come and help me. There's nowhere she can go to and take student loan to send her child to the university or send her child to do this, right? There's no electricity. There's no good road. There's no good waters. There's no all the normal necessary things that a normal human being needs to be able to survive in life. There's none. And then this boy is there sitting down watching social media, seeing all these people ball, all these artists are driving this car, flying here, and he's like, I can do this. I have the talent to do this. Let me go for it. Now, number one, the society, the country, the government has failed that child. Number one. Now, that industry he now chooses to go into, which is number two, has also gone to fail him because you know why? There is no association that is functional. So who is he going to run to? He will just run into the hands of anybody that he sees that is available to help him shine, not knowing that there are consequences and repercussions.
Correct.
It is when all these normal things are put in place, that is when we cannot start telling them that you have to join this. Wait, okay. If I advise in a year, make sure you join. Who are the people I'm telling them to go and join? Where are they? Who are they? What are the awareness that they have created? During politics now, you will see all of them wear t-shirt and come out and say, we are DP man, support this party, yo, we are supporting. Where are they now? They should be doing all those jingles by now. They should be doing all those videos by now. They should be putting it out there. They should enforce it so that these young ones can know the right places to go to. They should put out law so that you cannot just come up tomorrow and say you're a music producer. You have to go through the rules because your association is legal. It is recognized by the Nigerian government. It is when all these things are put in place. That was why you could see that in one of the things we said, we need the government to look into that association. I said it.
Correct.
I said it. When you play that, my record very well, it's there.
Yeah.
It's part of the things that we put out there. And you know what they said to us when we took it to them? They said they cannot do anything about it except they come to them. Like the association needs to come to them and say, Oga, police, please, we need you people to help us enforce this law and enforce this law and enforce this law. We need you people to help us enforce a law. Or they take it to the federal. And I'm sure we would have a minister of arts and culture, Abi. We will have they take it to them and say, please, we need a law. If there's no law, we need a law that can back up all these children. Now, anybody that comes and say, I'm a promoter, you must be able to have been registered to PMAN. You must go through the normal process. They would have been able to screen you, certify you, give you an ID card. And even before you sign any person, that person that is signing is also part of our member. So obviously, now.
Correct. You're right. Correct.
But until that's why this justice for Mohbad that we said, I don't think a lot of people even sat down to really listen and digest everything that I talked about in that video.
Thank you. That's where I was.
They just picked all the necessary ones. You understand? This is it's coming from my man, isn't it? And then they allow some people because they think they can